Hey, house guests! Welcome to today's Big Brother 24 updates and spoilers. It's finale day! Yay! I can't believe it. Our house guests of the day are Rebecca A. Campbell, Sandra L. Morales, and Evan George. Thank you all so much for your support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so, so much. So thank you again. And I want to give a special thanks to all of our supporters on Patreon this season and past seasons and future seasons. Everybody, thank you so much. We really, seriously, could not do this without you. I also want to take a minute to thank yesterday's super chatters because that's another fantastic way to support our channel. And there were a few that super chatted after the stream was over, and we really appreciate that as well. So Anjali P, Shane Wright, Angela H, Mary Ellen Ludwig, Sean Davis, Janine Honberger, Vajroth, Dean Thomas, Maintenance Chick, Kathy Robinson Pickett, and Lisa. Thank you all so, so much for your generous super chats. You're amazing. And I see we have a super chatter today. Diane, is it Panicia? Thank you so much for the super chat. My goodness. Okay, so we have some things to discuss. When we left off yesterday, there wasn't a ton going on. The house guests were pretty much waiting around for finale day because they're waiting for part 3 of the final HOH competition, right? Because that's going to determine who decides who's going to the final 2. So we already know Turner won part 1, Monty won part 2, and those two will face off live tonight in part 3. And the winner will pick who joins them in part 2. So Taylor has been feeling down ever since she lost part 2 because she has to rely on someone else now to bring her to the final 2. She can't get there herself. So it's honestly looking more and more like Monty would actually pick her. He's been saying that for a little while now, last few weeks. And honestly, I had a lot of doubts about it. I did not think that he was serious about this. I thought he was picking Turner all the way. But evidence shows that Monty has been keeping it really big with Turner lately. And he's been telling Taylor, I'm taking you to the final 2. So it seems like he is telling the truth about this. Whereas if Turner were to win the final HOH, he has been making it very clear to Monty that he would take him to the final 2. So I think that he would lose to Monty, but that's what he wants to do. So Taylor has been trying to get in Turner's head a little bit. She's been dropping him like, hey, I think you'd have an easier time beating me in the final 2 than Monty. So like, maybe consider picking me if you win HOH. But no, he seems pretty set on picking Monty. Okay, so yesterday, house guests were playing some more cards. They were all packing because it's time to go. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. There was a lot more studying. Taylor was helping both of the guys study. She was quizzing them both, like one at a time, whatever. And it seems like they both have a pretty good handle on the info from this season. So at one point in the afternoon yesterday, Taylor was monologuing to the camera in the bathroom. And she says, America, I want this win so badly. But she's scared that the jury is not going to see her journey to a final 2 seat as valuable because she did not win one of these last HOH competitions. She can't get there herself. Somebody else would have to bring her there. But she says this season is so much bigger than like Michael just being a competition beast or like when people were evicted. This season can mean something if I win. She says, I just need to hope that the jury can be convinced of that. She says, I did not walk through hell for nothing. You know, I didn't come all this way just to lose. So she's wondering, how do I convince this jury that my story is bigger than people's evictions, bigger than people's HOH wins? Like, how do I convince the jury that my time in this house is more important than people's resumes? Because let's face it, she does not have as much on her resume as Turner or Monty. But she has had a very impressive journey just making it this far in the game. And she has won some competitions as well. But she's really going to have to get to work on that speech, right? I think it is possible for her to win this game, even not winning any of the final HOH competitions. But it's definitely going to be an uphill battle. All right. Meanwhile, we've got Turner chatting with Monty in the car bedroom, and Turner is saying, if I win final HOH, it doesn't really matter what Taylor or you say in your speeches to me, because he tells Monty, I'm picking you. I would pick you to go to the final two with me. So he's asking Monty, would it be okay if I mentioned in my speech that we had a final two? Then maybe Taylor wouldn't be wondering why I'm picking you over her. It could kind of smooth things over a little bit. And Monty's like, yeah, I'm fine with that. So Turner says, if Monty wins HOH, he's thinking about what his speech will be, like his final plea will be to Monty before Monty makes a decision. And Turner's like, something like, you and I have been working together since week 1 in the Oasis. We had the final 4 deal with the Pound, and we're the last 2 remaining from the Pound. For the past month, we've had a final 2 deal. You gotta know, like, in Monty's head, he's just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Like, this is all gonna be made apparent, and then I'm gonna vote Turner out. But Monty is again saying, I'm completely fine with that. Like, that sounds great. It's a great speech. And he says, I'm thinking the same thing right now. Are you though? And Turner says, I feel really good right now. I feel great. I'm excited to sit next to you at the end. And he says, I feel like most people make deals early on and then they never end up working out. And Turner's just like, I'm pumped. This is awesome. So Monty's like, yup, we are on a solid trajectory right now. It's looking good. And Turner says, yeah, unless one of us like does the worst effing thing ever, right? So they're laughing about that. And obviously, like, the worst thing would be them turning on each other. So Monty says, it's been too long of a time coming now, for us to go to the end together. And you know what I have to say? Vague, vague, vague. He is keeping it vague with Turner without alerting him to the fact that he would take Taylor to the end and not Turner. So yikes. And then Monty's like, I gotta go drop a turd. So I'm sorry, I had to include that because it's just like, I can't believe the things that these people say sometimes. But anyway, fast forward several hours. Monty and Taylor are chatting at the dining room table. And Monty says, well, first of all, they were studying, whatever. And then Monty's like, I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to say in my speech if I win HOH. Because he says, Taylor, like, I would be picking you to go to the final two with me. So what am I going to say? And Taylor's like, well, you can say that you and Turner played very similar games, and now you're willing to bet on yourself and compete against somebody who has shown strength in a different way. So Monty's like, yeah, I want to be really clear in my speech why I'm making this move. And he's thinking maybe he could say something like, I haven't really made a big move as HOH this season. Turner has made multiple huge moves as HOH. So this is my opportunity to really own a big move by myself. And this is a lot of what Brittany was saying before she left. She was saying Monty doesn't deserve to win at this point. He hasn't made any like huge moves. And taking out Turner would be the huge move on his resume. So here Monty's planning on doing just that. So I'm curious to see. Well, no, I think Brittany would still vote against Monty. She is really just not happy with him. But anyway, Monty promises again that if he wins HOH, he is taking Taylor to the final two. And Taylor says, I am choosing to trust you. So they go back to studying for a bit. And then minutes later, Monty's like, you could tell he's really struggling here. He says he's trying to figure out when or if he should let Turner know about his decision to take Taylor to the final two and not Turner. Just give him a heads up. Because he says Turner just like really expects me to pick him. And he just doesn't want to hurt Turner in that way by not at least telling him ahead of time. So Monty gets pretty emotional here. He starts crying. And he tells Taylor, I want you to know, like, I don't have any hesitation about what I would do. I would take you to the final two, but he says it just sucks because I don't want this to be a big shock to Turner on live TV. You know, that's brutal. And he says, I know Turner's going to be fine in the long run, but I don't look forward to doing that. It makes me think of Cody cutting Nicole at the final three or final two, whatever, and taking Enzo to the end instead of her. And she was like super, super hurt. I think that if Monty wins the final HOH, I do think he's going to follow through and pick Taylor, but I think it's really going to be a shock and hurt Turner, and that makes me sad. But anyway, that was all last night. Today, it's finale day, baby. Woo! So, I think the house guests actually, yes, are just waking up now. I just saw the Feeds bot tweet. So the feeds are probably going to be going down around 1 p.m. Big Brother time. So I'm assuming before that, the house guests will say goodbye to the live feeders or feedsters. And I'm wondering, after the feeds go down, will Monty give Turner a heads up? I don't know. Is this going to impact Turner's decision? Like, if he were to win HOH, would he maybe think about taking Taylor instead of Monty, knowing that Monty wouldn't take him? Is Taylor going to try and take advantage of that and be like, Turner, Monty's locked in with me, so what are you going to do about that? Come on in.
Bye, Big Brother.
Yeah. So I don't know if Monty is going to go ahead and tell Turner, or if he's just going to wait until after and explain it all after the show. I don't know. But yeah, the feeds should be going down soon, so we probably won't see any of that if it happens. And now tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff. We still have to see the conclusion of part 1 of the final HOH. We're going to see part 2, the jury roundtable, which should be interesting. Always a good time. And I believe Dr. Will was leading that. We're going to see part 3 play out live, and then the eviction. And then it's final 2 jury questions and speeches. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how much this actually impacts the jury's decision. Like, I feel like a lot of times they already know what they're going to do anyway.
They just want to hear snarky lies to their questions.
Yeah. I kind of would love to see more of like a Survivor format where like they really get to get into it with the final 2 or even with the final 3.
They get the probes out.
Yeah, I think that would be great, because right now it's kind of just like for show.
Lame.
I think. But anyway, then we'll find out. Lame. Yeah, we'll find out the winner. We'll find out who won America's Favorite Player. And that's that. It's kind of exciting because
put this to bed.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting because I feel like there's not like a clear winner here. I feel like Turner's not going to win. Even if he makes it to the final 2, I don't think he's going to win. But I feel like between Monty and Taylor, either of them could win. So
go to bed, baby.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. So before we go, I want to thank our super chatters today. Let me just add in.
Oh, that engagement pin.
This was from one of my friends' bridal showers.
Yes, love it.
So that's fun. But yeah, it's very heavy at the end. I feel like I'm getting a workout when I use it. But I want to thank today's super chatters. Diane Panicia, thank you so much again. Robert Smith, thank you so much. Holly M, thank you so much for the super chat. Kevin Charles, thank you for the super chat. And Kevin says, great summer of updates. Love you guys. Bye, bye, bye. Bye. Thank you for watching all summer.
Yeah.
It has been a wild ride. I mean,
it's fall now. Let's go look at the leaves.
It is fall now. So I want to thank everyone for watching with us all season, all of our supporters on Patreon, all of our super chatters, Mom, of course, for being my partner in crime with this whole thing. Yay. All my family, the puppy crew, Bowie and Lucy, who's in the other room. All of my friends, of course, my fiance for being so supportive and putting up with all this. Yeah, well, family. Yeah. My dad puts up with a lot of crap too from this. And yeah, thank you all so much. Janet Tucker 68, thank you so much. Janet says, my special needs son had a crush on you. He lost his battle on Christmas, and your updates have got me through my depression.
Oh,
I am so sorry to hear that.
So very, very sorry to hear that.
Oh, Janet, you're gonna make me cry. That's so difficult. But I'm glad that you have like an outlet.
Yeah.
To kind of work through that. That's so hard.
I can't imagine how hard.
I know. I wish I could give you a hug right now.
Yes.
Lots of love to you and your family. All right. Well, I guess that brings us to the end of another season of spoilers. We will be back tonight to recap the finale.
Hopefully we'll have lots to say and we won't suck.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be an entertaining finale, but
yes.
We'll see you later. So thank you all so much for being here. And until next time, much love. Bye, everybody.
Kids.
Bye. Bye.